Hello everyone. Every now and then I get asked questions about coming to China and about the various aspects of adapting to life in China. And one of those aspects in particular that I get asked about a lot is homesickness. How do you deal with homesickness in China? I am an American living in China, and I remember the first couple of months or so I was a little bit homesick, and after those first few months I never really got homesick again. So I know what I'm talking about, and I just want to share a few things that I did to help me feel better. First of all, you have to recognize that homesickness is normal. It's just something that not everyone, but most people go through. The first piece of advice that I would give is just to go outside, like spend some time outside, because you're in a new country. There's all kinds of stuff that you've never seen before and you've never experienced before. And just take a walk. One, it'll get you out of your apartment, and two, exercise releases endorphins and all that stuff that healthy people say. I don't exactly know. And one thing I saw a couple of people do was just stew in it, let it happen. And I don't think that's particularly useful, but sometimes getting those things off your chest, naming all of those things that you miss, can really help. And just ranting about it, that can help some people. One kind of superficial thing that will help me anyway was just to go out and eat stuff. You are living in China, which has some of the best, if not the best, food in the world. China is one of the biggest countries, and it has so many people, and there's so many different kinds of cooking. There's like 8 different major schools of cooking, and there's so much to go out there and try. And at least for me in particular, when I have a really good meal, it just makes me feel good. Like I said, that is a little bit of a superficial thing, but anything helps, right? Next, I would recommend setting a goal for each and every day. When I first moved to China, I moved to Lanzhou out in Gansu province. I live in Tianjin now, by the way. And when I first moved to Lanzhou, I didn't really know what was going on around me. I had no idea how to really speak Chinese. I had no idea what to do with myself. And when you're totally lost like that, you can get pretty lonely. And so what I did was I set a goal for myself every day. Today, I am going to talk to X amount of people. Like some days I would say, I'm going to talk to at least 3 people today. Okay, today you're going to go out to a restaurant and you're going to take a photo of a menu and translate 1 page of it. That's something I used to do to learn Chinese. I would translate the pages of every menu. That way I was forcing myself to kind of interact with people and try and exercise my Chinese and just get out of my apartment. And each and every day, those little victories, or maybe sometimes even defeats, you can just look back on and say, oh, that was a good day, or oh, that was really bad. Let me do something different next time. And if I did it, I would put a little check mark on that day on the calendar, so I could look back on the calendar and say, wow, this month I completed 15 or 16 or 20 of those goals. And that feels awesome. The last thing that I would recommend, and I think is the most important, is to go out and meet people. You are living in China, and Chinese people are some of the most polite, some of the most kind and generous and warm-hearted people that you will ever meet. So like, for example, you can go out to like a busy restaurant or a crowded restaurant just to eat by yourself and kind of show off that you're bored and show off that you don't have anyone to talk to. And I'll bet you someone is going to say, hey, come and sit with us. This little thing, I guarantee you, is going to work eventually. You're going to meet someone sometime using this trick, and I have done this myself. It works. And every time you meet someone, try and get their social media info, like their WeChat number, the QQ number, if they still use QQ. No one really uses that anymore, but you know what I mean. Try to get some kind of way to connect with them later. Or you could also do the inverse. If you see some Chinese person sitting by themselves and looking bored, go over there and talk to them. If you're working at a university, you can go to the university's English corner, or if you're working at like a private school or something, find a local university and go to their English corner. You will be the star as the foreigner. They all want to talk to you, and you can get their social media information. You can talk to them, get their phone numbers, and bam, you got friends. And it'll all kind of start snowballing. They'll introduce you to their friends, and then their friends will introduce you to their friends, and then you'll have a group of friends around you. And friends are probably the most important part of getting over homesickness. Having people in your life to just hang out with and share a beer with and just laugh with and have a good time with. When you live abroad, you really will start to realize the importance of friendship and what friends bring to your life. So the most important thing is make some friends. Well, I guess that's about it for my steps on how to get over homesickness in China. If you're a foreigner living in China, let me know how you get over homesickness, or if you've ever lived or traveled abroad. How did you get over homesickness? I'd love to know. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And I guess that's about it. I'll see you all next time.